What's up, guys? So it's Donald again. I'm back here in Murphy, North Carolina. I had to come back down for work, and while I was away, I found a book that had some legends and stories about Murphy and the Appalachian Mountains, this region. And one of them was right here downtown, a little bit of a historical site, I guess, and some spooky nature to it. And so I figured, hey, I'm here, I might as well come down and film it for you guys and support and wear the shirt while I'm out so people can see. All right, so here in a minute I will rotate and you will see what I'm seeing, and I will try to talk to it. I got some talking points jotted down, and I'm here at, it is about 8:50 or so, 8:45, 8:50. The sun is going down. It was raining earlier, so I didn't really get a chance to get here, but you know, you can hear the lights just now kicked on because it's getting dark, or going to be getting dark. And you know, coming out this afternoon, less people out, hopefully less traffic. So, and I'm hoping I can park right here and be fine. So anyway, let's flip the camera and let's get to it. All right, so here we are, like I said, Murphy, North Carolina. And you see here, we are at it's a small cemetery. And right there, a little chapel. We're up on the hillside in Murphy, so I'll give you a quick shot. If you didn't see when I was standing here, behind me, there's the town and my truck, some bushes, and then of course, downtown is on the other side of those bushes. But back to the main attraction, the main event for us right now, the Harshaw Chapel and Cemetery. And so I came across this while I was reading a book. Well, of course, I listened to the book mostly, but it's a book called Ghost Stories and Legends of Murphy, North Carolina. And it was written by a Marie Alt, I think is the name. And basically she tells stories. It's a book of the folks in the book telling the stories and the tales of Appalachia and Murphy and the surrounding area. It's a very good book, good little short stories. So I do recommend it if you're interested in this kind of stuff. But this one was something right down here, downtown. And so I did a little more reading on it. And of course, the Harshaw Chapel, built in 1869, so been around quite some time now. Located here at the junction of Church and Central Street in Murphy, North Carolina. Of course, it does something about designed by James, I think Cooper, built by a Joshua Harshaw. And he was a prominent slave owner back in the day. And one fact, one little thing about this is the cemetery was here before the chapel. And one of the stories in the book that it focuses on is, and I do apologize if I mispronounce something, misinterpret, or misspeak. There I am, let's wave. So please, you know, go back and look it up, read about it on your own. But so this kind of story talks about this Joshua Harshaw being a very cruel and vicious man. And you know, he had a lot of slaves, and of course I'm sure many of them died or were killed, and many other folks, of course you can see there's people that are buried here. These are actual gravestones. We're going to walk around and kind of check out some of them. I'll try to tell you some of the dates on them if I can read them. But I took a lot of pictures before filming, and I wanted to film and walk. Maybe there's something else that shows up on the photos or on the footage afterwards. I do know that there have been orbs in the afternoons or at night are a common occurrence here. That's one thing I read. People saying they've been here and they've felt the presence, even been touched. You know, it's quiet and peaceful. Oh, before I go any farther, let's backtrack to this spot here. So I think this is Mr. Harshaw himself, right there in the middle. Big fancy, I don't know, fancy. Right there we go. So now, of course, this is no longer used by the Harshaw family. It was added to the U.S. National Register of Historical Places in April of 1984. So all right, let's just take a little walk, a stroll, and I apologize to everyone that I am walking over right now. Please forgive me. A lot of older headstones. The date on that, 1820, and died in 1893. So if that gives you an indication of how long this has been here. Let's go to the back to the tree line. Hopefully there's no people hanging out. Look this way. I did see something else about a hanging tree, and I don't know if it's one of the, I doubt one of the trees here, but it's something to do with this location. I don't know if the hanging tree implies what the word or the name actually means. Some stones under this tree. Some of them actually look well maintained. This one here, some much later dates, you know, 1985, 1974. Some really old looking ones here in the back corners and underneath here. I'm gonna stay out from under the tree. Let's head to this side. And then one other little, I guess, historical fact for here is a man named, well, there was a man named Abram or Abraham, and I want to say it's Inlow, possibly. That's how you pronounce it. Get out from under the tree. There's a nice old stone. I cannot make out some of it. So anyway, but there's, I guess, I don't know if it's a rumor or what, but that one of the servants for this Mr. Inlow, I think, was a lady named Nancy Hanks. And so if you were a presidential buff, historical buff, you'd know that Abraham Lincoln, I believe it was his mother, was named Nancy Hanks. And again, if I'm saying something wrong, please forgive me. That is an old looking tree that's been chopped down and now just a stump. Another one's here. Possibly one of these is the hanging tree. And I'm getting bit by some mosquitoes. That's always fun. But like I said, Nancy Hanks, a servant, and it's one of the things. There's the controversial rumors or lore, legend that was Lincoln born in over here in the southeastern or southwestern North Carolina. So. And hopefully that vehicle's just driving by looking at me and not gonna call the cops. But we're about done. I've done walked around, got a shot of this section. We're gonna go on the other side here. I think Was it Mr. Abraham or Abram was buried with one of these? It's either here or up front. Yeah, Abram Inlow, born 1770, died 1984. So there you go, there's that. One more shot here. We still got plenty of daylight, thankfully, so we can get some nice clear footage and image pictures. Not much inside there now. Looks empty and bare. Some more stones. I did look online. I think there's a society down here. They do tours, possibly. Another big stump, really big stump, that's been chopped down. And so they'll actually bring you here in the afternoons or late at night, or later at night possibly. And yeah, there's been photos of things in the windows, throughout the yard, a field. Some old stones here. We'll check out real quick and get a shot of up front here. So yeah, kind of neat. Another historical thing that relates to down here that kind of has some a little bit of maybe paranormal ties. I thought it was pretty cool. I wanted to share it. One more shot up front here. And you can see it's padlocked. So, one more shot inside. I'll extend this for you guys and you can look in. Kind of a glare. All right. That. And there's that. All right, so there you have it. Chapel, cemetery, Murphy, North Carolina. I don't know if I'll be back down here, but I managed to get 3 pretty decent videos. The first 2 I filmed vertically. I learned my lesson. I got a selfie stick and I'm holding it correctly this time. So I hope you like it. And if I can come back, I'll try to find something else. Or if I'm on the way home and I find something, I will stop and try to record. There's a mosquito. Take care.